Hello YouTube, this is Galway Yu-Gi-Oh here with a brand new deck profile. This is PEPE for the new format, and let's get straight into the deck profile. So starting off, we've got our one Joker. It's at 1, so you can only run the one, and one second donkey. Second donkey is a weaker version of Joker, but it can get its effect on the Pendulum summon if you have the scales, so it works quite well there. It's no point running a second. It's just a good card to search now that Monkey Board's banned, so you've less good searchable Performapal cards, so you need to beef out those. 3 Pendulum Sorcerers, probably the best card in the deck, and the reason that the Performapal engine can still go in Pendulum decks. So yeah, 3 Sorcerer. Then we have 2 Lizard Draw. I still like 2. It helps you dig for cards. It's just pretty good Performapal in general, especially since it gets rid of itself and doesn't stay on the scale. And of course you've got your 1 Gui. Gui is pretty much as good as Lizard Draw, except it doesn't get rid of itself. It does stay on the scale, so that can be a problem sometimes. So just 1 Gui. You don't want to draw too many of them. 1 Silver Claw. This could be swapped for a Radish Horse, honestly. But I do like the fact that it's a 5 scale. So yeah, you could. I'm thinking about changing this for a Radish Horse. Then we have 2 Unicorn. You could run the third. I like 2. If only because you don't always want to draw it, and everything is so searchable anyways. I've never needed the third. 2 is fine. And of course, the searchable low scale off Skyris, your Odd Eyes Phoenix. Then we have 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons. These are pretty much just so you can search your cards like Eccentric Archfiend, and you can make plays in the Odd Eyes Fusion and all of that good stuff. And it's searchable with Sky Iris. 3 was too much, but I like 2, and 1 seemed too little, especially when you want to toolbox your deck. Then for our Draco Slayers, we've got our 1 Luster, of course, and 3 Master. This is pretty standard. I have 2 Vector. I'm running 2 Vector because I'm running Painful Decision and also Unexpected Die, just so I can make plays with Magical Abductor. So yeah, I run 2 of the Vector and then 1 Lector, so I'm actually running 3 Draco Overlords. This is just so Draco Face Off gets extra value if you need a 5 scale, and it's also good in certain matchups where you want to, stick this on your scale, and you can, negate you can stop your opponent's plays. 1 Eccentric Archfiend that's searchable. It is a high scale too, so that's pretty good, but 1 was enough for me. 3 Abductor, which is probably the best card in the deck. I'm running the Abductor engine instead of the Bunbuku engine. I didn't like Bunbuku because it was a level 3, so you couldn't really make rank 4 plays with it. But Abductor, I think, is probably a bit slower because you search Kieran with both usually. It's probably a bit slower, but I still think it's kind of like just better in general, just because you get more use out of it. Then I've, of course, the 1 Kieran. Even without Bunbukus, you still want to run the 1 of because it's such a great monster, and it is searchable by quite a few cards. Abductor and, of course, your Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So yeah, you want to run this. And even though you've only got 3 or 4 high scales, but 1 of them is Joker, it's still not that bad because you can search the Odd Eyes Unicorn pretty easily with your Sky Irises, which are gotten by terraformings, and you've got your Abductors too. All of that stuff all searches it. Then 2 Maxis. This is really important because sometimes you just don't draw the best, and you kind of just want to dig your way out of that, and it stops your opponent from really just OTKing through you if you can just make a small board and just rely on Maxi for the next turn. And of course, going second, this card can be a saving grace too. So just 2 Maxi. It's at 2, so not the third. Draco Face Off, 1 of. Upstart Goblin, 1 of. The reason you run the 1 off spells as well is so you can get Abductors, because a lot of them are limited to once per turn. Unexpected Die, Painful Decision, it's of course once per turn. Ignite Reload, it's a bit of a tech, but it's a once per turn spell as well for Abductor. Then you have the Odd Eyes Fusion, searchable with the Sky Iris, and 3 Sky Iris. No Secret Village. It was kind of dead, and yeah, not my that's not my win condition for this deck. And then the 3 Brilliant Fusion are actually terraformings. These are meant to be terraformings, but I actually just don't have terraformings until next week. So yeah, no actual Brilliant Fusions in this deck, just terraformings. That's the 40 card main. So get onto the extra, and I'm not doing a side deck for this build because I'm not sure what I'm going to be siding yet. 1 Ignister, of course, and 2 Dynastor. Ignister's at 1. so you have to deal with that. I've no rank 8s. I didn't find they were necessary. You very rarely make them, and it's never really worth overlaying, say, these two to make a rank 8 in a lot of situations. It just never came up. Then we have the Odd Eyes stuff, so your Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, and then your 2 materials, which are the Meteor Burst and Rebellion. So yeah, that takes up a lot of space. 1 Naturia Beast, I could put that in the side deck, but one sec. I do have the Palamuru, which is one of the only card I have so far in my side deck. So you side this in if you're going against something like the Mirror, or you're going against something that uses a lot of spells. Maybe it's Blue Eyes or another Pendulum deck. It's not great against Blue Eyes if they alternative, but if they don't have the alternative, you can kind of win the game right then and there, especially if they drew a few spells. And against the Mirror, it's quite good as well. So yeah, Naturia Beast and the Palamur in the side deck. 1 Magister, of course. 2 is too many. 1 Trapeze. I've never made this, but there's situations where it could be very good for pushing per game, especially when it's not so hard to make with your with the amount of spellcasters you have, especially your PEPE Orcs and Skullcrabat. 1 King of the Feral Imps. This is so you can search your Palamuru, of course, but you can also search some of the Performapal scales, like I think Gotara Turtle and Lizard. I'm not sure if Gui can be searched. I'm pretty sure it can. Oh no, it's just Lizard Draw, my bad. But yeah, 1 King of the Feral Imps, 1 Arc, 1 Rhapsody, 1 Castell, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Abyss Dweller. That's rounding out all of the rank 4s that you can make. I was thinking about putting Seraphonite instead of this in the extra deck, and then maybe running 3 Brilliant Fusions, even if they're in the side, as well as the Lazuli and the Masked Chameleon, just because the reason I wasn't running that in the main is because BAPK is so popular right now, and it's not great against BAPK at all, Naturia Beast I mean. So there was very little point in putting that on the main board, but if spell heavy decks become more popular in the meta, or BAPK falls out of the meta, then yeah, I'd definitely run that in the main, but as of right now, I'm not a fan of that little engine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, thank you and goodbye.